Hello, and welcome to Japanese Craft Beer Reviews. Today I am here with the man formerly known as Boozing Al, and formerly known as Boozing Al and I are going to take a look at a few beers from Kyoto Brewing in Kyoto, Japan. And before we start, though, I'd like to introduce the company a little bit. And this is a brewing company that started in 2015 in Kyoto, Japan. It was started by three people, three foreign residents of Japan, one an American, one a Canadian, and one a Welshman. And they met when they came to Japan to work in the Japan exchange. Was it JET program? Al, is it Japan exchange and teaching?
Japan.
Yeah, something.
I can't remember.
It's a program that places young foreign recent graduates from universities, primarily in education fields throughout Japan. And they were all sent to the northern city of Aomori, and they met there. And the American is the head brewer, and we have both Al and I have known him for many years, and we knew him when he was a home brewer before he became a professional brewer. He studied brewing in the United States, and he also did an internship at Lost Abbey in California. And when he returned to Japan, he also did an internship and worked for a while at Shiga Kogen, or Tamamura Honten, a very highly respected brewer in Nagano, Japan. In 2015, they were rated the best new brewery in Japan by RateBeer in the RateBeer Best Selection. And in 2019, they were chosen as the best brewery in Japan. So, they come with certainly some accolades. And I think both Al and I would agree that they're among our favorite breweries in the country.
Yeah.
And they have a tap room in their brewery. Currently, because of coronavirus, it's takeout only. And they're open Friday, Saturday, and Sunday if you happen to be in Kyoto, Japan. They have three main beers, flagship beers, and then a seasonal line called the Kimagure line, which is generally a pale ale or an IPA, session IPA. They used to have a Shunka Shuto line, which was saisons, but they're kind of rethinking that and working that into another series of seasonal lines that they have. On RateBeer, there are 195 beers listed for them as of February this year. There may be a few more now. Untappd lists 115, and the average rating on Untappd was 3.72 out of 5. So, Al, can you tell us a little bit more the seasonal or the lines, the series?
Let me see. I had this thing right up here. Yeah, they have a new one, a new line. Let me go ahead and go up to their it's on there. Right on the webpage.
In addition to their Kimagure line and their flagship, they have a number of series.
They sure do. And I'm actually right now having a little bit of problem here on my computer. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Mm-hmm. Okay. One of them's the Freedom. The one that I find they have the seasonal, and then they have the Freedom series is the one I think is really exciting because it's left up to the brewer to do, up to them to do kind of more experimental things. They do have a Nakama series also where they do collaborations.
Nakama buddy or friendship series with collaborations with other breweries.
Yep. Right now they don't have anything on their website. They had to start a new one called Iridescence, which is was a little surprise to both of us, I think.
Iridescence. Interesting.
And then they have that. What was it called? The Fruity.
Fruity Life. Yeah, I haven't had that yet. It's sold out.
Yeah, and that's one that I'm kind of curious about as well. But
yeah.
Okay.
So the Freedom series is one. I think they said it was beers we want, we like to drink or we want to make for ourselves, and
right.
Yeah. In fact, the beer we're going to look at today is in that series. Is that right?
Yeah, in fact, all three of them are in that series. We're going to look at several beers, but one by one here. But yeah, today's is in that series.
Okay. So again, this is a very highly respected brewery. Not a long-standing brewery. They've been around about 6 years, but they've been doing quite well. And let's take a look at one of their beers now. And I'm stopping the recording, and we'll start a new one. Hello, and now let's look at another beer from Kyoto Brewing Company, and this is a very special one, quite a limited beer. It's called Okuriinu, and this is a Belgian barley wine, and it was made in 2019. This is the kind of the second iteration of this beer. The first one came out as simply Okuriinu, and that was in 2019 October, I believe, and this one came out in March of 2021. It's a barrel-aged version of that beer. Belgian ale, strong, pale. They call it a barley wine. It's a 9%er at 37 international bittering units. And this beer the first beer was called simply Okuriinu, and in October of 2019. And on RateBeer, it has only 2 ratings, that one. On Untapped, 68 ratings, and the average is 3.81 out of 5. This one has only 1 rating on RateBeer, and that's at 3.9 out of 5. Untapped, there are 10 ratings, and the average is 4.08, quite high. And this beer came out of a beer that they made in collaboration with Anglo-Japanese Brewing in Nagano, Japan. And from that beer, they decided to make a kind of slightly stronger version, and this one came out. Okuriinu is yokai, or a kind of monster in Japanese mythology. They call it the sending off dog, that kind of hides in the mountains in the forest and will come out and attack a traveler late at night. So, and the ingredients for this one the malt includes Pilsner, Golden Promise, Vienna, Munich, and flaked wheat. The hops, the bittering hops, are Mercure, which is a hop that Kyoto Brewing uses often. The flavor and aroma hops are Aramis, which is a French hop, and Belgian ale yeast. So, Belgian strong pale ale or barley wine, and this is 2 years old. October 2019, so it's a year and a half, I guess. Year and a half. But this one is spent that time in oak barrels. I assume it's oak barrels. I don't really know. So Al, you want to add anything, or should we get into it?
Well, I'd say let's try it out. I've already got mine poured. So you can see I'm impatient.
Okay.
Oh my God. Okay.
Okay. What do we got?
Wow. It's been a while. I haven't had a barley wine for a long time. So
I haven't either. So this is fairly clear, slight haze, very slow but very persistent carbonation rising, and kind of a thin filmy head around the edges only. The center part is clear. Center is clear. The edges have some foam.
Yeah. It's kind of a nice, actually technically having a nice white background. I don't think I have one.
Yeah, no, if I could get I used to turn the light around, I could shine the light through this, but I don't have that anymore. So can't quite see it. Any case, yeah. Let's try it.
Wow, the aroma is it's big.
Still doesn't work. Okay, what do we got here, Alan?
Ooh, man.
What do we got? Well, there's certainly some alcohol fumes.
Yeah, I got some. I got butterscotch.
Butterscotch,
like,
yes.
Like a rich, creamy in the sense of, something with a lot of body.
Yeah.
This is kind of the opposite of what I've been talking about, balanced. Kyoto Brewing represents,
Yeah.
there's,
well,
at least on the nose, but
this is definitely a barley wine nose.
But yeah, it's
Rich,
definitely a
butterscotchy.
It's unique as well. It's not like other noses I've had. I get a little bit of, I certainly get some wood, maybe like slightly charred wood.
Yes.
But
it's possible that these were whiskey barrels.
It could be, actually.
I think maybe there was something about that on the website. They were like fourth. No, that was the other beer that I reviewed with Mark. Fourth use. So that. Yeah, definitely. There's some barrel elements here.
Yeah, a huge like butterscotch caramel, maybe a little bit more in the caramel direction, but it's dark, a dark caramel, but it's also not like a excessively sweet caraml either.
Oh, it's not at all.
A drier extract.
Some dark fruit, maybe I would say raisins rather than prunes.
I can say prunes though, yeah.
Prune.
But yeah, something in that vein. Yeah, dried fruit, something like dried dark fruit. I'm not sure. I don't think I get vanilla so much, which is what I would expect from bourbon barrels, but
I'm assuming it would be Scotch if they got it.
Could be Scotch, but sometimes bourbon barrels give off a real caramelly character. So it's definitely got that aged character where it's not that fresh; it's more that dark kind of dried fruit, and
it's more subtle than a fresh barley bomb.
It's a sip. Like you can just tell this is a sipping beer. It's definitely not a guzzler.
Very pleasant. I do get some vanilla in the flavor. Caramel for sure.
Holy, it's a lot of stuff. There's a lot going on there.
Aftertaste a little bit sour, or I don't know. It's kind of building up on the back of the tongue.
There's a lot of flavor going on in that.
There's a lot of flavor for sure.
It is a little bit hard to dissect. Wow.
Yeah. Very fruity. Very fruity.
More of the raisin character, the dried fruit on the finish. Just a light sweetness. Very nice. Not heavy.
Yeah.
But a pleasant sweetness.
Quite warming. Definitely. 9%. Woo. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Whiskey. It's only 9%. It's not 49%.
Now, Belgian ale yeast, and on RateBeer it's classified as a Belgian strong pale. I definitely find it a barley wine.
Yeah,
for sure. The Belgian ale.
Yeah.
The Belgian ale yeast doesn't seem to be so present.
The flavors have really melded and blended in together, and so it's very hard to tease out the different flavors. If it's a whiskey, when a whiskey does that, you add water, and you can, if you like, you can go down to from 40 to 20%. Is what actual blenders do to really pick out the flavors. It seems
that's
like
when you can sort it out.
Yeah, I might try that with a beer at some point.
Try some water.
Maybe pour it into another glass and do an experiment with that. Although, probably fine.
A glass right here.
There you go. See what happens when you do it that way. I might have to try that.
Unfortunately, this is sparkling water, and
oh no, not sparkling.
That wasn't. Yeah. That was not a good move anyway.
That was not a scientifically approved approach.
No, it was not. Yeah, and it tastes completely different.
Impulsive. You get the what happens with mineral water is you get the mineral really elevate. It tends to lift and elevate and lighten things, flavors, and so it really radically changes it. Yeah, but this is nice. It's really without the addition of water or adjuncts. It is really rich.
It is.
But it's rich, but not excessive. Again, you
know, it's not. The body is kind of medium-bodied for a barley wine.
It's, I have to retract my former statement. I smelled it. I thought, okay, this is going to be a malt bomb. And actually, yeah, there's plenty there, but it's like dry extract. There's no excessive unfermented sugar. It's got viscosity, but it's not due to a lot of the remaining sugars that are unfermentable sugars.
Yeah.
Not so much. It's really.
Yeah, it's not as sweet as a lot of barley wines could get, for sure. It's not cloying whatsoever.
The nose is a little bit like creme brulee, not so much the creme part, but the brulee. I don't know. It's got that burnt note with the caramel.
What does brulee imply? Creme, I know. What does brulee imply?
It implies that you're French.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe toasted, roasted, or something like that. Yeah.
Probably something like that.
So you're saying it's not the cream, but it's the caramelly.
Yeah, you're getting the caramel, but it's got that type of like burnt, like a little bit overcooked, but in a pleasant way, right?
Yeah. This is very pleasant, very nice. As you say, it's a sipper, and get this much left to work through. So
yeah, I mean, there's well, I'm getting fruit, like dried fruits in the middle of it. Kind of, I don't know, like it would be dried. I don't think about that.
We need Mark here to really sort this stuff out for us, huh?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Maybe he can add some notes here.
This one is sold out, unfortunately. So we won't see the likes of it again, unless they make something similar again. So, yeah.
Crap. Yeah, and so some people do it. This is one whiskey guy in Germany called Whiskey Jason. He does this thing where he goes like the flavor profiles, like kind of rises and then something that's not so good, it might go up and disappears, but this like goes up and just sustains.
This one sustain.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the flavors just keep going. It doesn't seem to weaken the flavor. It just clings to the mouth.
Okay. Yeah. I have to be honest, I would prefer a little bit more body. I don't know if that would destroy the general character of the beer, but perhaps just a touch more body to it.
Wow, for me, it's pretty rich. As someone,
it's
kind of a nice compromise. Wow. I think orange. I'm getting like a dark, dried orange, maybe, and I think because it's fruit character is kind of a dried character.
Okay.
And the wood that comes in with it as well. So like kind of it's not just orange, but probably there's probably, I don't know if I want to say mango, or it's certainly not fresh fruit.
Wow.
Yeah, it's got the sourness, and that acidity gives that impression of fruit. And so I definitely get I think the best call I could make would be a kind of orange.
Yeah, I'm getting that in mid palate and after.
Palate and going into the finish. but it's wrapped. It's all wrapped around in that like charred caramel.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Ooh,
So you're creme brulee. Huh? Yeah.
my creme brulee without the creme.
Without the creme, just the brulee. Just give me the top.
Yeah, I don't want the creme. Give me the brulee, thanks. Yeah.
Okay, so we have a creme brulee or a brulee from the brewers at Kyoto Brewing, barrel aged.
This is a wonderful sipping
Very nice.
beer, and even though it's going into summer, I could drink this in summer. It's that good. And again, it's, you serve it a little cool, and then you do this with wines as well.
Let it warm up.
Serve them just a little bit cool in hot weather.
Yeah.
Let them warm up a little bit, not too hot, warm, but
So, yeah. I wish I had another bottle of it, honestly.
I do too.
I went on the website and it is gone. It is sold out, unfortunately.
That is extremely good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So this is quite a beer. Once again, this is called Kyoto Brewing, barrel-aged Okuriinu, made in 2019 and barreled, and this came out in March of this year, March of 2021. A rating, Alan?
Oh, wow.
Rating?
I'm giving at least a 4.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's a 4 or more.
I'm going to give it around 3.8, perhaps. 3.8.
Yeah, I mean,
the thing I would fault it on is the body. The body seems a little bit weak to me, but
I think that
flavors are great. Yeah.
I think it's interesting because I think I don't know. I mean, for Americans, we're used to sweetness and we're used to body and volume. I wonder in Japan if this is a little bit more fitting for a Japanese palate.
Okay, perhaps.
Breyer, I've one of the great things about being in Japan, my palate has changed in that direction, which would never happen in the United States. I'm still under 80 kilos. So that's another thing about being in Japan. I think that I like this. But it does. It's not heavy. I mean, you could add a little bit more body. I can see where you're coming from and make it a little richer, but I wouldn't want to make it too much richer because it would. I don't want it to get heavy. I think they avoided the heaviness. And I think that's a personal thing. I'll stick with a 4 because I like that character.
Okay.
But if you want, I think I can understand your point too. Yeah.
All right. Okay. It's not a big criticism. Just as a barley wine, I prefer a little bit more.
It is a great beer.
A little bit more feel, on the tongue here. Yeah. But overall, it's a great beer. So we get a 4 from the man formerly known as Boozing Alan, and from me, I think probably a 3.8, maybe around there. So pretty close overall. If you happen to see this one, or if you're at Kyoto Brewing, I think they may have some bottles available still in.
They do.
Yeah.
Don't buy them.
I know somebody who got one there. Don't tell them. Okay, don't go. Let us go get it. Let us go get the last one.
Never quick trip.
Yeah. You didn't hear that last part. Okay.
Yeah. We really, no. Go to Kyoto Brewing. Just don't.
Men in Black. Look at the pen. And you're going to forget everything. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you very much, the man formerly known as Boozing Alan, and thank you for watching. And please do subscribe to the channel and leave us a comment. Okay, we'd like to hear from you. And actually, I have an announcement. The man formerly known as Boozing Alan and I will probably be doing some beers from another brewery, which is called TDM 1874. You hadn't heard that? Okay.
This is
don't tell him. But we probably will be reviewing some beers from.
This is a total shock to. No, actually, they arrived today.
Okay. So we both have some of the same beers from TDM 1874, and they are made in Yokohama by a British brewer who Alan and I both have met before, and who's one of the best young brewers in the country.
I haven't had his beers for a long time.
That's right.
I understand they just opened up their online shop. Is that correct?
Their own online shop. Yeah, they were selling on Rakuten before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So
kind of mess.
yeah. So that's and I've noticed that they sold out. A lot of disappeared really fast.
Yeah. Word got out. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Kyoto Brewing, they are, people hear about something and they go grab it from them. Yeah.
Whatever I went to tasting, I got to, of course, I remember in Kyoto with you and Mark, we were, we met him and talked to him and drank some of his beers. And every time after that his beer was in Osaka, where we are based, basically all of it sold out. I mean, all of the stuff that people were raving about, oh, that's gone. That one's gone.
Yeah.
Stuff was actually still really good, but I feel like I've never gotten a taste through, so I'm really excited about this coming lineup. TDM.
Okay. TDM 1874. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'll look at some of those soon. Okay. Thank you very much, and cheers to you. Yep. Please take a look. I have a playlist of Kyoto Brewing beers. I think around 60 now, maybe more. Go ahead and take a look at those, and look forward to our next few reviews coming up. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Well, kanpai, good night.